violent attack caught on camera. The hunt tonight for a stabbing suspect as we hear from the victim for the first time.
A heartbroken family shares their story.
Katie lost her husband, the love of her life. Their daughter Lily lost her daddy. Words fail to describe that loss.
How the loved ones of a fallen Cowlitz County deputy are coping with his death in the line of duty.
And Rip City bringing it home, one win away from knocking out the Thunder and moving on. How the team's holding up ahead of tomorrow's pivotal game. KGW News at 6 starts now. But first at 6 o'clock, we want to show you this home surveillance video giving us a first look now at a person who viciously attacked a Portland teenager. She was stabbed more than a half dozen times by a person who is still on the streets tonight. Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Laurel Porter. The victim is breaking her silence tonight and talking about what happened for the first time. KGW's Mike Benner spoke to her, and he joins us near the scene of the crime. Mike?
And Laurel, that victim's name is Eleanor. She is a computer science major at Portland State University and doing remarkably well considering what happened to her a little more than a month ago. She was on Northeast 78th Avenue near Siskiyou, walking home from a friend's house when somebody attacked her from behind. I want you to take a look at some home surveillance video. Look closely and you'll notice Eleanor walking down the street. You'll also notice someone following her. Authorities believe that is the suspect. That person attacks Eleanor, then takes off running. The 19-year-old tells us she was stabbed more than a half dozen times on her head and shoulders. She spent more than a week in the hospital. Since her release, she's been at home recovering and doing physical therapy. She's also been theorizing about the stranger-on-stranger unprovoked attack. Take a listen.
They were on drugs, which seems like a cop-out and less likely, or like they were like having some sort of mental break and they thought I was trying to hurt them, or that they were just someone who wants to kill people. And like all those possibilities are just really strange to consider.
Yeah, regardless of the motive, Eleanor is truly lucky to be alive. Her doctors and nurses saying she could have died from all of that blood that she lost in this attack. In the meantime, anyone with information about this case is urged to contact the Portland Police Bureau. I can tell you that Eleanor would certainly appreciate it. Back to you.
Oh, we certainly hope they find her attacker. Thank you, Mike. The family of a Cowlitz County deputy killed in the line of duty spoke today for the first time.
Deputy Justin DeRozier was shot and killed on a call about a motorhome blocking the road a little more than a week ago. And his loss has left a huge hole in a community that he not only served, but grew up in.
KGW's Lindsay Nadrich was there as DeRozier's sister read a statement on behalf of the family. Lindsay.
Deputy DeRozier's family says they couldn't get through this without all of the support they've received from everyone. So today they wanted to say thank you and share more about a man who is missed greatly. How do you even begin to describe the impact of the loss of someone like Deputy Justin DeRozier?
I lost my brother, and he was my best friend. My parents lost their son. They loved him so much and were so incredibly proud of him. Katie lost her husband and the love of her life. Their daughter Lily lost her daddy.
There aren't any words that can sum up what he means to his family and this community. But the words aren't even really needed. You can feel the deep love and sadness simultaneously when you look at his parents, his sister, his wife Katie, and his beautiful 6-month-old Lily, whose shirt fittingly reads, Daddy's Girl.
I speak for his wife Katie and daughter Lily when I say there are no words to describe the depth of love he had for them and they for him.
Lily's memory of her daddy will now have to come from stories she'll be told of how much he loved his job.
Justin always wanted to be a cop, and he was the best one I knew. Justin loved going to work every single day. Law enforcement was more than just his job, it was Justin's calling.
A calling his family thinks he would have accepted, even if he knew it would cost him his life that day.
We truly believe, had Justin known that that call was his last, he would have still gone. He was that kind of man.
After Deputy DeRozier was shot, he radioed for help. 2 officers quickly responded and took him to an ambulance waiting down the road. He was then airlifted to the hospital where he died in surgery. His family says they know everyone did all they could to try to save his life.
Extending our most sincere gratitude to the dispatchers, first responders, paramedics, life flight, and trauma teams that worked so valiantly to save Justin's life.
As Deputy DeRozier's sister Jenna spoke, his family was surrounded by law enforcement.
A symbolic show of support, and that we got him surrounded and protected.
And right now, the community is surrounding them too, leaving flowers, a handmade wooden badge, and balloons next to his patrol car. Little gestures that mean so much.
We feel your hearts, prayers, and goodness surrounding us, and it gives us great comfort and courage during this incredibly difficult and painful time.
If you want to donate to the family and a college fund for little Lily, there is a memorial fund set up through U.S. Bank. His memorial service will be held here at University of Portland on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. If you can't make it here, there will also be a live feed shown at New Life Community Church in Longview. Back to you.
We thank the family for sharing more about Justin DeRozier with us, and I know the community continues to send its love and support. Thank you, Lindsay, and I know a lot of people are really interested in that memorial service. We will be live streaming DeRozier's memorial service here. You can watch it on KGW.com or on the KGW mobile app.
A tough story to move on from. We turn to sports now, though, and it's something that a lot of people do turn to now and then to get our minds off some of the tragedies that happen in this world. And the Blazers are making that really easy right now because they are on a nice run, doing great things in the first round of the playoffs, and now they're headed home. If they win again, they will advance to the next round of the NBA playoffs.
And KGW's Art Edwards is here. Art, the Blazers took down Oklahoma City at their home last night, but still work to be done.
There's still a lot of work to be done, but you know what? The Blazers looking pretty good right now. They have put themselves into a great position right now in this series. They're up 3-1 on the Thunder, with Game 5 at home here at the Moda Center. Damian Lillard once again led this team.
Dame working on Westbrook. Westbrook with 3 fouls. He comes off the pick, open for 3 and nailed it. Damian Lillard eases into a triple.
Damian Lillard did most of his damage again in the third quarter. Outstanding once again. He scored 14 of his 24 points in the third. He says that third quarter was huge.
We came out the locker room saying, turn it up. Get more aggressive on offense, keep trusting each other, but let's tighten up on defense. And we did that, and I was able to get rolling on the offensive end.
Hey, it wasn't just about Damian Lillard in that ball game on Sunday. C.J. McCollum led the Blazers with 27 points. He has been fantastic on offense in this series. It really just seems like this team is focused and on a mission.
We didn't want anything to get in the way. We didn't want anything to interfere with that. Multiple times we had discussions about not saying anything to anyone. If they don't have a black or gray jersey on, don't talk to them. Talk to our team only. Don't talk to the refs. Don't talk to the other team. Execute our game plan, and let's get out of here with a win.
I like that.
Yeah,
they
that's exactly what they did. They really are focused, and hopefully they can keep it going for one more. Oklahoma City has not fared well on the road in the playoffs. They haven't won a road playoff game since Kevin Durant was a part of that team.
But we don't want them to win another one tomorrow, that's for sure.
Aside from sweeping somebody, you couldn't be in a better position. Up 3-1 at home.
At home.
I like it.
Feels
Thank
good.
you, Art.
Thanks, Art.
Right.
And as the Blazers get ready for this Game 5, we want to celebrate Rip City with our playoffs fan of the day, or in today's case, fans of the day. This is the Steindl family. They're from Newburgh. Rachel, Drew, Kellen, Cohen, and Carter, all repping their Rip City swag in Kauai, Hawaii. If you, or maybe your pet possibly, would like to be KGW's Playoffs Fan of the Day, just tag a photo on Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag MyKGW, or email us at mykgw.com. Having a good time there.
That's a great photo. Dozens of Oregon businesses are joining forces on this Earth Day to both celebrate our planet and to raise money for groups working to make it cleaner and safer.
They're taking part in a first ever Earth Day Oregon event. KGW's environmental reporter, Keely Chalmers, live in Southeast Portland. Keely, dozens of businesses, more than 80 businesses actually taking part in this.
Yeah, that's right, Dan. 84 to be exact. Now, that's a lot of businesses considering this is the first year for this initiative. but almost certainly not the last.
Those who frequent Nossa Familia on Northwest Lovejoy know it is an earth-friendly establishment. But to celebrate this Earth Day, it is stepping up even more.
For every bag we sell of our full cycle blend, it supports local cycling organizations that are making our community better.
A portion of the sales are going to the local nonprofit Street Trust to help encourage people to ditch their cars and opt instead for walking, cycling, or public transit.
Transportation is responsible for between 30 and 40% of emissions. It's definitely contributing significantly to climate change.
Nossa Familia is one of more than 80 businesses taking part in the first ever Earth Day Oregon event, where businesses pledged to raise money for Earth-focused nonprofits across the state. Those businesses range from small local ones like Nossa Familia to much larger ones like Keene.
Things are getting fishy around here.
Where employees not only dress like salmon, they help to save them. The store is donating 15% of all purchases for the entire week to the Wild Salmon Center.
We're asking the state and Oregonians to step up and protect a special section of the Nehalem, a 17-mile section for recreation and wild fish.
We celebrate every day, but especially today.
Across the river at Spielwerk Toys, the focus is, as you might expect, on kids. Today, the store is donating 10% of its sales to City Wild PDX. The money will go to help renovate this old 1959 Airstream and turn it into a mobile sustainability classroom.
And we really work to help kids and their parents find ways to connect with nature, especially in cities.
By buying coffee, shoes, or a toy or two, and taking part in this first ever Earth Day Oregon.
And it makes me feel good about patronizing their business.
Now, if you're interested in helping out, you can find a list of all 84 of those businesses taking part in this initiative. We've got that list on our website, kgw.com. Back to you.
Keely, thank you so much. More than 320,000 people take advantage of the Beverage Container Deposit and Return Program. And since making some changes a couple of years ago, that number continues to grow every day. KGW's Brittany Falker stopped by one of the local bottle drop sites on this Earth Day to show us why so many people are signing up.
Local bottle drop sites were bustling with people on Earth Day, but the holiday isn't necessarily the reason why. An increase in rates and some added convenience have people signing up for the program in droves.
Elise Aragon is getting money back for her bottles for the first time.
It's like, get that stuff out of the way and, get some cash with it as well.
She's one of the 200 people who are opening up an account with the program every day.
For someone as busy as I am, it's great to have the bags, just keep them in your car, tag them up and drop them off, and next thing you know it, you'll end up with some cash by the end of the day.
Joel Shaning is with Oregon Beverage Recycling Cooperative, which operates the program.
We're very busy. Which is exciting.
Bottle Drop has seen a major boost in returns, from 65% before 2017 to now about 85% each month. The reason? In April 2017, rates went from 5 to 10 cents for each bottle.
More containers are coming back, more people are returning, getting their deposits, and all those containers are getting recycled.
Here's how it works. A store charges a 10-cent deposit on these bottles and cans, and then you, as a consumer, can bring them back for cash. The green bag drop-off and an app have added to the convenience.
You just drop them off, and you're set to go.
Just register for an account at your nearest bottle drop center and pick up your cart and bags. Activate it online and start filling those bags. Then drop it off and cash out.
There's a lot happening in recycling in the world right now, and the return rate is a great example of how Oregon continues to be a leader in environmental and conservation issues.
Now, some use that cash back for their savings, maybe for a little extra spending money, but you can also use it to give back to local charities using that app. Brittany Falkers, KGW News.
And Shaning also offered some tips to make sure that you're getting the most out of your green bag drop-off. He says to make sure that your bag is cinched tight, always scan your card, and if you have any problems, call the OBRC to get your account corrected.
A deadly crash involving an Uber over the weekend raises questions about seatbelts. We verify after the break whether Uber bears any responsibility if a passenger isn't belted in.
Plus, it might not be just the 737 MAX 8. The other aircraft whistleblowers at Boeing say may not be up to par.
We've got showers over the Portland area right now. It's a little bit wet out there, but they won't last all that long when they arrive and will be here, however, through tomorrow on and off. Then it gets sunny and warm again. Of course, it's Monday, so we need to take a look ahead at next weekend.